It's just more like their reality TV.
Yeah.
It's like, did you hear Cronus hit another kid this week?
Below deck. Below Tartarus.
Yeah, so we got a real fucking
I think one
tough Titan today.
I think one of the Cyclopses is harassing me. I think he's winking at me. It's really unclear.
I keep getting groped by the hecatoncheires, and I don't feel like it's a safe work environment. I was told by Gaia that this would not be like last season. Hey everybody, welcome back to Overshadowed, the only podcast about the siblings and spouses of people who changed the world and general history stuff. Please welcome to the podcast two recurring guests, two repeat guests, Nick Hopping, Matisyahu Nissim.
And Nick's feet.
Get those things out of here, Nick. We haven't even started the pod. You can't give it all away.
I thought it was interesting that we have the evolution of socks because he's barefoot, I'm ankle socks, and you're full socks.
I'm too long, guys.
Very conservative over there.
Well, this is going to be our most viewed episode already, and I hate it. Yeah, so we can get into kind of what we're covering today. I'm going to cut all that foot stuff out of there and put it right on the Patreon under the $20 a month tier.
You guys want to hear me pop my knees? It sounds really crazy.
Yeah, let's restart the whole thing again, Nick.
Stop doing carnival tricks for the pervs online. Today we're going to be covering, I guess, mainly Cronus, who's the father of Zeus, who I don't really think gets covered that much.
You see this?
That is a spider rappelling down to suck on that huge toe.
I thought you were pointing at the painting.
I thought he was just being annoying.
When someone points in the air, they never assume.
Come on,
it's
let's
immediately
make
that
this go
spider
viral.
wants. Oh my god, dude!
Oh no!
That spider doesn't know what that toe is. He's like, I guess I landed on another planet.
Nick, are you still okay to podcast? He's in an unresponsive coma. But can he hear us?
One of the days when I was
can he hear us, Riff?
One of the days when I was in Paris, I got up at 6 because I couldn't sleep and nobody else got up, and I spent 4 hours. There was a big spider web, and I would throw leaves in the spider web, and it would go and think it was a fly, and then it would get pissed, and it would undo the leaf.
Really?
And then the leaf would fall.
Wow.
And then it would remake the web, and I would throw another leaf in for hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and the spider was like, what the
That's pretty
fuck?
funny.
That's so rude.
Yeah.
He just terrorized
The spider probably had
a janitor.
Maybe the spider had company coming over. And he's like, it looks like shit
Jesus
in here.
Christ, yeah.
Oh my god.
Every time I turn around, it's
It's
a new
another
leaf.
fucking leaf. It's as if somebody is deliberately putting leaves in here.
I gotta move out of this neighborhood.
Guys, where'd this spider go?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't know. But I was about to intro it, and then Nick got all distracted.
Fuck. I'm going to get bit.
Yeah, all right.
Everybody
okay.
switch bots with
Let's
me.
start.
Yeah, I want to.
Please, God.
I want to.
Speaking of gods.
Yes, please, God, can we start? Today we're going to cover a few fathers of gods that I feel like people don't really pay enough attention to. Cronus and Uranus. And if you say Uranus, I'm cutting your mic. That's disrespectful. What are these, Greek, Roman?
What?
Greek.
These are Greek names.
These are the Greek gods that we're covering.
Well, they're the same gods, but these are the Greek names.
These are the Greek names of the same
sense.
gods.
Yeah.
What, it was Greek before Roman, the empire?
Yeah, I think so.
Greek Empire, and then Roman Empire.
Then Roman, and then the Third Reich, and I think that's it. I think those are the only empires. Oh,
There's the
That's why they were the
Ottoman
third
Empire.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah.
So you guys watch that thing about how, I don't know, the creation story of the Greek gods? There's Mother Gaia, Mommy Earth.
Yeah.
And then there's
First.
Daddy Sky.
She's first. Nobody knows
She's first.
where she comes from.
Well, there was chaos in the beginning. There was just Big Bang state.
That's chaos.
And then out of that came Gaia. Somehow. And then
Gaia doesn't have a human form, right? She just is the universe.
Kind of. It's kind of weird that some gods are places. Like Tartarus is a god. Tartarus is the abyss.
Tartarus is inside Gaia, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And is a guy, but he's also a prison place.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's Mommy Earth Gaia.
So Gaia must be the universe.
Gaia is the Earth.
The Earth.
Gaia is
She's distinguished
life.
from the sky, which
Then
is
what's
Uranus.
outside of the Earth?
Uranus, the sky god.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I listened to the thing, too.
No, I think Gaia's more than... I think Gaia's everything.
There might be
Such a
something...
simp.
No, because Gaia's children are the sky, are the ocean, are the mountains.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
thought Uranus was the sky god.
Yeah, but came out of Gaia.
Yeah, Uranus is Gaia's
Sky Daddy
son.
is also
Oh, am I missing a...
son. Yeah, it's like
I thought it
son
was- okay,
and
all right.
husband.
Sorry, I called you a simp.
Yeah, Gaia's first child, and then has
Uranus is
children.
1.5, and then they start having kids, and they have Ocean and very, very Brooklyn names. They have Ocean and Mountain, and they all live very happily.
in their polycule.
And they're polycule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then Gaia. Doesn't Gaia also have the really ugly people.
Gaia and
Uranus.
Uranus.
Yeah, you're off. Your mic's cut.
Uranus
Nick?
they have a bunch of kids,
Uranus.
but they have a bunch of Titans and they have a bunch of Cyclops and they have a bunch of these 300 hand creatures.
Did you listen to more stuff than just? They didn't talk about this in the thing you
I
said.
just paid attention.
I
didn't mention
did
all
some
this shit.
light side reading.
I listened to only what you said, and I feel like this is all out of bounds.
Well, Gaia was mad at Uranus because he imprisoned his ugly children, the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because
In
they were
Tartarus,
ugly.
'cause they were ugly.
He hated them.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the main reason. And the
Put 'em in
Titans
the
were hot
abyss.
and looked like us.
Oh, and they were
Us
banging
three.
all the time.
Yeah.
Uranus was always banging Gaia every single
Every
night.
night.
When the skies got dark, Uranus got going.
It's funny they really sexualized everything.
Yeah.
Like the night sky comes up and they're like, that's because the day sky's fucking the earth.
Yeah.
It's down in the earth
It's like when they
for
were
8 hours.
when they were making the myths, every time they came up with a new character, they were like, okay, so this is the sky. One guy's like, but what is the sky fuck?
yeah, who's the sky fuck?
Yeah, like is the sky single?
Damn it, this is your contribution to every single one.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
Yeah.
People care
No?
about relationships.
So what you're saying, he masturbates? Sky jerks.
That's
it.
rain.
what
That's
you're saying.
rain. Rain is when Uranus cannot get a hold of Gaia.
Gaia's very angry that Uranus imprisons her ugly children, not because they're ugly, because it hurts.
It hurts her.
It hurts her because Tartarus is in
'Cause they're
Gaia.
in her.
And
Is it her
so this
stomach?
is like a recurring theme.
She's not really a person.
She's not really a person. She's the Earth, but if the Earth is a person and Tartarus is in the Earth, then yeah, it's kind of in her stomach.
Okay.
So these ugly, huge beasts are imprisoned in Gaia. Gaia has a lot of pain, and so she wants to dethrone Uranus.
Cut the mic.
It's hard not to say Uranus. Also, dethrone Uranus, I think, is a good like metal song, maybe, or a band name even. Maybe you could write a whole career on that. Luna's very distracting during the podcast, so we're gonna need your full attention.
Okay.
Looks like an old woman.
I'm glad she understood my gestures, and my signals.
Yeah. Whenever we're podcasting, she wants to be involved, but then I hold the mic up and she has nothing to say. She's like a groupie. She just sniffs it.
Continue.
Anyway, so Gaia asks. So is any of this sound familiar or no?
No, not at
okay, the YouTube video. Okay, so this is where it comes in. Maybe not actually. You didn't listen to the frothing testicles part. I knew you were gonna love that part.
The what?
You didn't hear that about the
Frothing testicles.
I don't remember the frothing
So Gaia
testicles.
gets mad
Do
at.
it. You can do it.
Gaia gets mad.
Go for it. No, don't help her. You can do it. It's not that far.
I want to push her just off so bad.
All right,
I want to lock her
All
in
right,
Tartarus.
let's go. Sorry.
Gaia's mad at Uranus, and so she's enlisting all of her Titan children. She's like, hey, can somebody help me dethrone this guy? And Cronus agrees. Cronus is the only one who's like, yeah, it's fucked up that he imprisoned our ugly
Yeah.
siblings. That's so rude.
Yeah.
I will castrate father. And she's like, great, I'll make a scythe.
That's the part where I remember. Where
Yeah. So that's kind of where the story
he
comes.
castrates
It comes in.
Uranus.
So
And then goes and cuts a bunch of grass immediately after.
yeah, well, he still has chores.
It's like the next thing.
He's still got to harvest
Yeah.
stuff. You know, he's a busy man, busy Titan. So he goes up to the sky. He castrates Uranus, which I guess because you can't kill gods. I was like, why don't you just kill him or put him in Tartarus? He just like chops his balls off, and then from his balls, this is like in the myth, blood from his testicles, leaks into the ocean or whatever,
Rains
and
down.
creates what is it? The giants, the furies, and then something else.
Giants, the fairies, and the tree nymphs.
Oh, then yeah, the naiads or whatever, the nymphs.
Yeah.
And then his testicles are just bobbing in the surf, red on right returning.
Right.
And that's where those came from, the navigation buoys.
Yeah.
And they start frothing like Alka-Seltzer tablets. And out of that froth, evidently Aphrodite is born.
She's supposed to be like the beautiful one?
Yeah,
She's made of ball froth.
ball froth.
Yeah.
Nice cold
A
brew.
real glow up.
Started as the ball froth.
Yeah.
Now we're here. That sounds like the enemy in Lord of the Rings, the ball froth.
Ball froth.
You shall not pass. You smell
we can't
horrible.
go through the past. The ball froth.
It is too great. All right, now Nick, you should be caught up, right? Because then Cronus snips his dad, which, I mean, if he's trying to fuck, what's her name, Gaia, that's kind of a favor. He just gave him a free vasectomy.
Sure.
And then he can just go fuck her every night and not have to worry about making any more ugly kids.
Yeah.
But I think after he castrates him, there's a big boom in the sky or whatever, something happens, and then he just retreats to heaven. Like he doesn't
care anymore.
I guess I didn't know there was another place to go.
Post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Post-castration clarity must be crazy, even more.
That's got to be nuts.
Yeah, the greatest clarity.
Yeah.
Do you think before you get a vasectomy, you're like, can I have one more?
One more what?
Full bust, fully loaded bust.
What is it? What was it? Herbie
Fully Loaded.
What was that
Herbie
movie?
Fully Loaded.
It was about a car.
It was called Herbie.
Herbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a metaphor.
Something.
Can I? I'd
about
like
that.
to take my Herbie now.
Herbie Fully Loaded.
Cronus ascends, and I think this is kind of funny that he just keeps those ugly guys locked up.
Yeah, he doesn't care actually about freeing his siblings. He
Not
just
at
wants
all.
the throne.
And Guy is like,
Yeah.
I should have known the only one
Yeah.
willing to castrate his father would have been a bad guy.
Yeah, he just wants the throne.
Bad Gaia, more
Yeah.
like it.
Is Gaia the wife?
Gaia is
She's
the Earth
the
Mother.
mother of
No, I know,
everything.
but who in the story of Cronus
She's-
is the wife?
That's
The wife is
Rhea.
Rhea, who is kind of like also Earth Mother,
Rhea
but not Gaia.
is also Uranus's daughter.
Yeah,
So
well, they
she-
all came from.
Yeah, so
from
she's
them.
then Cronus'
It's all their
sister.
children.
I think it said they were
But
they
it just
were raised
wasn't
together.
It
and
wasn't
then
a big
also
deal
lovers.
back then to
No.
have Titan children with your sibling.
It was different times.
Everyone was so
Yeah.
ugly anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Titans were hot.
Were they?
They were hot.
Yeah, but some of them
They were like
in
notably
Hercules,
hot.
the Disney movie, they're like lava monsters.
maybe those are the 100 hands.
I don't think those. Yeah, I don't think that's. I know that's where we get most of our mythology now, is from that one movie and Tarzan. But yeah, I don't think that's accurate.
Remember, they were elemental sort of monsters.
Yeah, I think those are like the Hecatoncheires.
Yeah, the 100 hands.
You guys ever have Hecatonka trucks in your kids?
trucks, they have 100 hands.
Yeah, they have 100
Yeah.
wheels
Yeah.
and 50 steering wheels.
Yeah.
100 mirrors. That seems very impractical. They said they
Yeah.
were super strong, but I doubt it. How can you even walk around with do they just have 2 legs and 100 hands?
Just like-
It
It's a lot
seems
of hands.
cumbersome. I wonder if each hand is used for like a different purpose. Like you can only eat a type of food with one hand. This hand's for meat. This hand's for milk.
One of them's for wiping.
This hand's for wiping. This hand's for
You
jerking.
get them mixed up. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I ate poop. Wow. Good riff.
It is the underlying like problem, like the conflict in this that kind of causes everything is that is being mean to ugly people.
Because
No, I think
kind
it's,
of
I
what
think
it
it's
is.
It's the classic. That's so Raven taking prophecies seriously.
No, but there would be no prophecies if
There
this
would be
dude
no-
had not
Ga-
trapped his ugly kids.
Gaia wouldn't have schemed against
Yeah.
her husband / child if he didn't imprison his kids.
Yeah, because Gaia loves everything. All of her children are beautiful, even the one-eyed and the 100-hand freaks.
Yep. Think about the Thanksgiving turkeys they gave her.
Yeah,
A whole flock
yeah,
of hand turkeys.
yeah,
It was touching.
yeah.
You did this? Obviously. Obviously I did this.
I bet their high fives would take a while.
Their secret handshakes.
Yeah.
A hecatonchery secret handshake is.
Just
They
a
probably had a
tornado.
lot of fun in
Yeah.
Tartarus.
Yeah.
Cyclops staring contest.
Yeah. Yeah, arm wrestling.
Do you think you can blink in a different way to indicate you're a winking Cyclops? Probably not.
Probably not, dude. That's like a sad Cyclops song. He's like, I wish I could wink.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wink.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably some angsty songs
Maybe they
coming
can
out
like
of Tartarus.
close half of it. You can't really like angle your. Can you?
No. Maybe they could figure it out.
Is this a half wink?
There's
That's where that hand came from because they had to signal flirtation some
It's a
other
little
way.
bit more direct.
Tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, they were like,
That's where tongue in cheek came from, because Cyclops can't wink.
yeah.
So he had to go. Yeah, I'll be there by 5.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna be late.
Oh my.
He means
They
he's
could
gonna
do a head tilt to maybe indicate it. Like,
You look like you have a tick. Yes. I was gonna say
Yeah.
someone specific, and I'm glad I didn't. So yes, Cronus, bad man.
No, he was good at the beginning, or good enough. He seemed brave, right?
He was the strongest man in the universe, and
Yeah.
when they fucked, the whole mountain shook.
Uranus?
No,
Oh, Cronus.
Cronus and
And
Rhea.
Rhea.
Yeah.
Mount
Yeah.
Osrith.
which I guess the mountains was their cousin.
Yeah, the mountain was its
Their
sister.
cousin was watching
Yeah.
while they were fucking, and he shook
No, it's their aunt,
their aunt.
right?
Oh yeah, because it's
I think so.
Gaia's other kid.
Yeah, before them though. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So they fuck in their aunt.
was it their aunt or their uncle? The mountain?
I don't know if the mountain's.
Anyway, their
feminine.
uncle's watching them and shaking.
Yeah, with anger.
Yeah,
that
it's
he
actually
can't get
less
in there.
romantic when you think about the mountains as being their uncle.
You kids.
Yeah,
You fucking kids.
yeah.
What happens next? So Cronus comes back. The scythe's all covered in blood. He's chopping wheat,
And Prometheus is like,
and then Prometheus.
Oh, but
is
they
like,
give
hey,
him
what's
this
up, dude?"
prophecy.
yeah, who
right?
does
Oh
the
yeah,
prophecy?
Yeah.
Uranus, right as he slices his cock
I feel like all this has
with
been
a long and
for-
shiny blade.
Yeah.
has been preamble, but the
It
story
has.
starts with the
The
prophecy.
story starts with a prophecy. Nick, what's the prophecy?
That you're,
Yeah, wait, you're let's do a little role play. I'm Cronus. Fishink.
I'm just a guy with no balls. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, buddy,
Come on.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. You
this
think
sucks.
you think you could just grow 2 more balls? Do you think the
won't,
Hecatoncheires
though.
have
I won't.
200 balls?
The tragedy is no.
Yeah.
They just have all those hands.
No balls to fondle.
Yeah, yeah.
Hands
When
everywhere.
their balls
but no
get cut
balls
off, they
to hold.
pretend they put 2 hands in. They're like, those are balls. Those aren't balls. Who gives them the prophecy? Is it just fate?
Uranus. No,
Yeah,
no, no.
Uranus.
Uranus and his dying
And
testicle
Gaia
blood.
too, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I think both of them prophesy.
Where do prophecies come from? Do they just think it up and then it's kind of like a spell? Or is it something before, like bigger than even them? I don't really know. But it seems like once he sliced his dad's penis, then his dad's like, oh, you've unlocked the prophecy now.
Yeah.
This same thing will happen to you, and your kids are going to slice your penis or something worse.
He says they're gonna overthrow.
Yeah, and then he never, if it is the dad giving him the prophecy, that he never, you just cut the guy's balls off. He might just be talking shit.
Yeah,
He
true.
might just be like, this is going to happen to you. Fuck you.
You're angry right now, Dad. You don't mean
Yeah.
that. You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
mean
You
that.
could come talk to him in a week.
Yeah, he probably was just
Put
mad.
some
He's
ice
like,
on
I
it.
hope this happens to you.
Yeah.
And Uranus is like, or what's it, Cronus?
Yeah.
Cronus is like, I think he just said it's definitely gonna happen to
Yeah.
you for sure. I saw in the future.
Yeah.
Parents do that though. They're like, you'll see
Yeah.
when you're a parent.
Yeah.
Oh, all the shit
gonna
you
cut your
gave
balls
me,
off.
they're gonna give it right back to you. Your kids are gonna come at you one night when you're about to fuck mom. Actually, it was like he was about to lay with Gaia, and then Gaia's like, "Son, come in."
Dude, Uranus
He's
later
ready.
hanging out with his grandchildren, being like, "Your father gave me so much trouble.
He was-
cut my balls
He
off.
was quite the rapscallion back in his youth.
youth. Well, you're a good kid, Prometheus.
Yeah, Prometheus meets him in a wheat field, and then he's slicing it up, and he's still got his granddad's ball blood on him.
Still, yeah,
is-
he notices. He's like, there's testicle blood on the.
Prometheus.
Yeah,
is
and there's
his
like fucking
nephew.
flowers growing off of the scythe because it's fertile blood. Prometheus
Yeah.
is his nephew. Yeah, he's a younger. He's still a Titan though.
And he's a trickster.
You can see how these myths are like back then, before they like really had nailed down story structure.
Yeah.
Because it's just all over the fucking place, dude. Things are multiple things. People are multiple objects.
People are
and
places.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this guy is this guy, but also a couch.
Yeah, that's when.
Right. At one point, Cronus is like, I beat fate. And I took that to mean metaphorically. And as he keeps talking, he's like, no, he's a guy at the bar. And I
Yeah.
kicked his ass.
Yeah.
Oh.
I kicked Fate's ass.
Yeah. And I beat up his wife. and
Yeah,
stuff,
we
like,
played darts.
Sliced
Darts are another god.
Yeah.
I
we
threw
duped
darts
him.
into the dart board, which
Yes.
was, of course, dartboard's child/wife.
Anyway, yeah, so Prometheus does make a mental note of the dick blood, the ball blood. Mm-hmm. And there's already the baby in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's eating one baby.
He's eating the
and
baby. Yeah, so
Prometheus
Cronus-
is like, Cronus is getting a little fat. That's all he knows at this point.
I think he's eating a
He's-
lot of babies.
He's
by
sweating,
now.
and he has actually eaten a lot of babies.
Yeah, he's
You
eaten,
think
like-
it's one baby, but then
Yeah.
you realize later that it's 5 babies. He's got 5 babies in there.
Also, the way they do the information, they're like, Cronus was told the prophecy that the kid would overthrow him, and then he's got like a big distended belly with it's wriggling around and also screaming "help, help!" And then Prometheus is like, "I love puzzles. What could it be?"
Something going on around.
what
That was
is it?
that was my favorite part of that.
Yeah.
The podcast that we listened to.
And then he goes to Rhea and he's trying to tactfully be like, "Your husband looks like shit lately."
I cannot tell you. It'd be too upsetting. He's like, I love puzzles.
I love puzzles.
What is a prophecy if not a puzzle made by fate?
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's
Fate's
It's
the
like
one
obviously
who
nobody
makes
likes you.
the
Yeah,
prophecies.
Fate is like Santa.
Fate,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
prophecies.
He eats a baby. Cronus decides that in order so that his kids won't overthrow him, he's just going to eat them. Which I was like, send him to Tartarus, which
Yeah, Tartarus sounds
Yeah.
better.
Tartarus sounds way more practical, but the
Yeah.
wife was like, you know, what if people see you? What if people see you taking your own children to Tartarus? And then what if they go into jail and they become bad eggs and then break out? So he's like, okay, well, I don't want people to see me and think I'm a bad guy. I'll just eat him right now between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Good looking out.
Yeah.
It seems like worse to eat your kid than to put him in Tartarus. You know?
Well, what's going on in Tartarus?
I don't really know. I mean, Tartarus seems like it's just smoke, like black smoke underneath. It's just abyss.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not good.
yeah.
I don't think they have like yard time. I don't think they have a library, like a kindly
It's just an
reformed
abyss.
prisoner. I think it's just an abyss with no
Abyss don't kill my vibe.
like no. There's no remediation really.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the
Not
word?
about that.
For prisoners.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah,
Rehabilitation. Yeah,
yeah.
they're not focused on that.
Well,
No.
because they were, but the recidivism rate was
The
really bad.
recidivism, a lot of good
Yeah.
R words.
They
Yeah,
were like, these people are
70%
hopeless.
of people return to Tartarus.
Yeah.
Even after getting all those adult education
70% of
classes.
Titans.
You send your kid to Tartarus and they come out, they're all tatted up.
Yeah.
And they have 8 arms. I knew it. I
Yeah.
knew you were going to
Wow.
get more arms in there. And they have 1 eye. Other than the 1 eye thing, the Cyclopses weren't that ugly.
Yeah, they seem cool.
Yeah, they seemed all right.
They're probably like, what's up with these freaks with 2 eyes?
Yeah. It's really just a numbers thing. Other than that, everyone was fine.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
All right, so what's this? He's eating. What would you do if you felt like your son was going to kill you? How would you fix that? Would you eat him?
I would be so nice to him.
I thought Rhea's
School
response
shooter
was very
approach.
responsible.
Yeah.
Just be like, don't kill your father.
We'll teach him to be nice.
Yeah, be nice and then willfully give up the throne
No!
later on.
Dad taught me to be nice.
Yeah.
I sliced his balls off.
Yeah, he's got problems. Cronus is not.
He's got real issues.
Cronus is not cool.
Cronus, because you could use some chronic.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Some ambrosia.
Yeah.
So you'd be nice to your kid? That's probably a good strategy. Nick, would you preemptively eat him?
I think you have all the kids and you just eat one of them. And all the other
Mm.
kids saw you eat the one.
I feel like that would build more resentment in the.
I agree. Then you're a common enemy.
First I would get all the one that gang up on the first one. I would steal a bunch of the toys and break them and be like, it was this one.
It was
and then they'd
Demeter.
be like, he keeps stealing my toys, and I'd be like, you know what? And I'd eat him.
Yeah.
Why was the throne so good? They don't explain what's going on. That the throne is so good that he needs to maintain this. It sounds so boring.
It sounds like they could all do whatever they wanted anyway.
Yeah,
and
so
it was
who
just
cares?
for power.
Yeah, but power over what? Like,
I don't know.
What is it? This is what I mean.
Dominion. General
the mythology,
dominion.
the storytelling structure is horrendous.
That's true. There's no reward.
There's no motivation.
But it's so early in existence that like what else is there aside from being king of the hill?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess that is it. But
Yeah.
I agree.
But they're immortal. They don't need
Yeah.
any resources.
Yeah. So Cronus keeps eating his kids. Would you guys take him to like the park and stuff? You know, spend some quality time. Still with your kids, you know, like how pregnant women listen to Beethoven. Do you
Say it again?
do you think he talked to his kids in his belly because they're immortal, so they're like fully formed in his
yeah,
body?
they're getting bigger.
They're getting
right?
bigger
Yeah.
and they're learning, and you know they're probably talking to each other, playing games in
Yeah.
there. What
Why
games
can't
do you
other-
think you'd play?
They have a-
Hide Dad's
trapped in-
gallbladder.
Yeah. When they finally get out, they have a real homeschool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are trapped in there.
they're trapped.
Yeah.
They're probably very close now.
And how long was it?
Dude, like 20 years.
I mean,
So some of them
they
feel
came
like
out as-
probably would be
They'd probably
having
be fucking
babies with each other.
inside.
He's probably got grandchildren in there.
Yeah, what are you doing in there with your siblings? It's kind of, I don't know.
You
might be
don't know
fun.
anything to know any games.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
all
but-
stomach-based games.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play fart.
I Spy. Let's play fart.
fart.
I want to look out the belly button. It's my turn.
Why do
Let's
these
give Dad
gods
an
even
outie.
have a stomach?
Yeah, they don't need to eat.
Yeah.
They don't need to eat.
That's what I mean. It doesn't make any sense.
And that he's a god, but his biggest problem is is just like, I just look terrible. I
Yeah.
keep beating my kids, and I look like shit. And
Well,
no
then
one
he starts
respects
moving
me.
mountains to try to become strong enough to not feel the pain, which is a very David Goggins approach.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I broke my ankles. I better run 5 more miles to heal them.
Also, why does a god need to work out? What muscle synthesis is happening with a titan?
Well, and he doesn't
I think
realize.
it was like pain tolerance.
Oh.
Yeah. He was
I
trying to
think it
get
was-
vaguely stronger and lose fat. But
moving
you
mountains
can't
again,
point
that's
lose
his
fat.
sibling.
He's just throwing his uncle around.
pushing-
Yeah. He's just,
Cronus, that's
he's
his
just-
uncle.
No, it's I think so. Yeah.
He's just pushing his uncle
He's
around.
just starting fights at the
just
reunion.
wrestling with his uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, your kids are making you like this.
Yeah.
Don't talk about my kids. Yeah. Well, there was a riddle. There was a riddle that Rhea gave Prometheus because he's like, no, I love puzzles.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right, you fucking weirdo. How about this?
Yeah, and the riddle was so insulting.
She
He
was
was like, here's a puzzle for you. My husband's a fat idiot.
who ate all my children. And now I'm lactating for no one.
Yeah. My husband looks like he's pregnant. Solve that.
Yes. How does what was the thing that she said?
He's like, how does a man get pregnant after a woman
His
gives
wife
birth?
gives birth. Overeating. He's like, I didn't want a hint.
Yeah.
You gave me the hint already.
Let me figure this out.
And so he's eating, and then they devise a plan to. She's pregnant again. Oh, this was also funny. There was a lot of funny exchanges with Prometheus.
Also, why
Wait.
does no one respect Prometheus? Like every time
He's-
he enters
he's,
a conversation, they're like, "Fuck,
he's like a
this
nerd,
guy."
dude.
He's like a trains in the basement guy.
Yeah, he's a nerd.
He creates people, and
They
they're like,
just
"What are
keep-
you doing?"
He's not strong. He's just making.
They just keep saying he's
projects.
like a trickster. They're like fucking trickster.
He literally
but
like
he's
is
not a
building
trickster.
model ships.
Yeah, they're tricking him into looking at his dumb projects.
He seems nice.
gonna like these people.
Yeah.
He seems like the
They
only
can
nice
worship
guy
you.
of
He
the
is.
thing.
Prometheus is a hero of humans.
Yeah,
He gave humans fire.
and then he was punished because the vultures have to eat his liver every day or something like that. Remember, he's on the mountain. How many mountains do you think in these
Which
mythical
is
times?
his
It's
great
again,
uncle.
it's again.
His great uncle.
Yes, they tied him on the
They're
shoulders.
like,
of
you
his
got to
uncle.
hang out with your great uncle every day for eternity, and the vultures, which are your sister-in-law,
Which, yeah.
are gonna just talk your ear
And
off.
eat
dude.
your liver, which is your son.
Yeah.
How many mountains do you think during that time were just used to punish gods? They're all taken
All
up.
the
Yeah.
Punish Mountains.
Yeah, there's one that they reserve for a national park.
Yeah, it's like
But
if
other
you were
than
a
that-
nice mountain and you're like, I'm not like this
Yeah,
other
this
mountains.
dude's
that
getting
are
raped
full of
for all eternity
eternal
on top of
punishments.
me, and
I just wanted a nice hike.
yeah.
I wanted some nice views.
Yeah, I'm just a
Not in my backyard.
pleasant
I
mountain.
hate all these gods getting tortured. It's unsightly. It's loud. It's exactly like a fucking turbine.
Oh, the
Those
wind turbines.
Yeah, they kill birds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because his liver's, holy or whatever. It's too powerful. And he screams all day.
Yeah, I know it's good for the environment, but
I moved here because I thought it was a nice neighborhood. Yeah, he's a little nerd. He's tinkering with humans. Everyone thinks that's kind of a joke. Oh, he's talking. Prometheus is talking to Cronus when Cronus is harvesting the wheat. And he's like, I don't know. They're making small talk. He's like, so I heard about that prophecy. Cronus is like, yes, it's bad. And Prometheus goes, well, it's very strong of you to, not be lying with Rhea. That's a lot of self-control.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
ha, ha, ha. No, we still fuck.
yeah. He's like, I have a much better solution than abstinence.
Yes.
Catholic Church that teaches.
Yes.
I feel like Prometheus could have invented some kind of birth control.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he was going to show him. He's like, I have this little lambskin device.
Yeah, you trickster. How dumb. An alternative version of this story, but instead of eating his babies, he just comes in his own mouth. Because that's also a solution.
Okay.
But equally, his wife's like, we have
No,
to
I mean,
overthrow him. I hate this.
As crazy as that sounds,
Every
that
time he pulls
that
out.
is a good point. That's
But-
actually a good
It
point.
would probably be bad. It would probably turn into mountains in his stomach. Because cum is always turned into mountains.
Yeah, cum's
Yeah.
very powerful. God cum.
So he's like, what do I want to be filled with these
Yeah,
kids
with
or
my
with these
uncles?
mountains?
That's true. He had to bust inside of her, or else he would have turned his furniture into dragons
Right,
or something.
yeah. It's potent stuff.
Yeah.
I just bought this rug. Now it's an eel.
Now it's the
'cause
Grand
you
Canyon.
came on
Yeah.
it.
But him leaning back and like kind of sort of standing on his shoulders and neck and coming into his own mouth is as ludicrous as the actual story.
That's true.
It's
course.
I
no,
will give you
you're
that.
like judging. It's the
Yeah.
exact same.
No, it's a way
Yeah.
smaller problem.
Yeah.
Well, and then most of the
You have to
story
deal
is
with
just his
whatever
wife finds him
cyclops you
disgusting.
make. Yeah.
It would be the story would go exactly the same. She'd watch him, and she's like,
Yeah.
"I just hate how she looks at me with such coldness.
Right.
I'm doing this for us, the prophecy."
That would be funny though if he came in his own mouth and accidentally did impregnate himself. Children will
That's,
still
that's
come
her
from
riddle.
me.
She's
Yeah.
like, how does a husband become pregnant
yeah.
No,
That's
no,
what he
no.
with no involvement of me
You
whatsoever?
will never guess.
He
Yeah.
comes in his own mouth. No, Prometheus. What the fuck, dude? What? We're gods. We no. Oh,
The people I created are going to be really freaked out if I tell them that. Well, you don't have to give them all the information. All right, then what happens? So Cronus has eaten his children.
he's eaten 6.
He's eaten
so.
5 children. And then, Prometheus tricks him. Prometheus works with Rhea to, what does he do?
He invites Cronus to a festival,
Yes.
and Cronus is like, "I don't need this. I'm not going to go." And they're like, "Cronus," and he's like, "I'll stay for 1 hour."
Which
for
he must have,
but 1
he must
hour.
have told the humans to do a festival.
He did. Prometheus
Yeah.
was like, "Do a festival for Cronus. He might not come."
And they're just
they're
like,
well,
okay,
that's
we're dumb
demeaning.
clay people.
Yeah, he's not even going to come. No, he'll come. He'll come.
He'll definitely be there.
He comes for 1 hour.
What do you think he did at the party?
Sat in a corner. He's like kind
Yeah,
of a
he's
wallflower guy.
He's probably looking at his phone.
Just
I'm so fat.
so fat.
I'm so
Yeah.
fat. No one's going to like me.
yeah, he was probably looking at old pictures. This is when I had only eaten 2 of my
yeah,
kids.
Cronus, we're worshiping you. Oh, you're just saying that.
Yeah. Hey, be honest with me. How many kids does it look like I've eaten?
Can
Not
you see
more
the
than 3.
wriggling?
yeah.
No, definitely.
No, it's
No.
barely wriggling. It's windy. It's a windy
I
day.
look
That's
like I've
probably-
eaten 7 kids.
I'm bloated. I'm also bloated right now. I'm gassy.
Ugh.
My kids are farting inside me.
That's the one game they know.
Yeah. Fill up, Dad.
Fart.
He would drink wine. He would drink a bunch. I think he stayed at that festival all night. And
No, it's 1 hour.
No. It says the next morning, Cronus was like, la da 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 da. That was a good festival. I enjoyed all the worship. Right?
Yeah.
He stayed there for a while.
Yeah.
And he
You're
loved drinking wine because that was the one time, aside from, I guess, the mountains, that he could, like, get relief.
He
would
should just drink wine all the time.
binge drink and then make all of his shit. He had to drink enough to get all the 5 kids inside of him drunk.
So they would stop wriggling.
So they'd, pass out.
They all had to pass.
Is that
out.
true?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
I think that's kind of implied of, like,
Oh.
he gets drunk so he can't feel it, and it's also going to them.
That sounds good.
Yeah, he's drinking for 6.
Because they're just wriggling.
Yeah.
That's all they know how to do. They're just
Working on dance routines.
decades, just
Yeah.
wriggling.
Gymnastics.
So then he goes to Rhea, who has a new baby.
No, he heard crying. He was on the way to Rhea because he's like, I have another to eat. I must eat another
Yeah, but he
baby.
didn't
And then
realize-
Prometheus is like, whoa, we got a great festival for you. Well, the baby also cried very loud. He heard the baby, and he started stalking across the mountain or whatever,
Yeah.
his uncle's shoulders. And he gets to Rhea, and he's, I don't even think he says hi. He just goes over there and swallows up this baby.
The baby.
But it turns out
it was rocks.
it was a rock.
It was one rock.
One
It was
rock.
one baby-shaped rock,
Yeah.
which, okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what a rock
plot
feels
hole
like.
Greeks.
No, that was a hard one.
Yeah, wow. That sure was a gray-faced baby.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was all swaddled up, and he didn't even... Maybe he was in the beginning. He really made it kind of gruesome and dangled them by a
Yeah.
foot and swallowed them. But now he's just...
The rocks
It's like a
again,
multivitamin.
are like part of the mountains, which are his uncle, son.
Mhm. Yeah, that would feel different going down the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not wriggling. Oh, this one was very compliant.
Because that's what I mean. They were so bad at making stories back then that they're just like, what's kind of like a baby? And then guys like, a rock? And they're like, that's the best we can think of. I don't know how we would top that.
The number of times I walked in to see my
Yeah.
wife breastfeeding a rock.
Yeah, couldn't be a fish or
If I
a
had a
small
nickel.
animal. None of
Just a
those.
different non-guy.
could've-
Rock,
yeah, it could've
rock
been a
works.
monkey.
Rock works.
It should have been a monkey.
Rock works.
You know what would have been good storytelling is if it was a person, if it was one of Prometheus's.
Right, that's what I thought it was going to be.
And then Prometheus is like, see, it was
Yeah.
useful, and we get
That's-
that full circle moment.
yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, they don't value tie-ins like that.
no callbacks.
No.
No.
There's always one like very basic trick that gods use. Remember in the Odyssey, I think Homer covers himself in a dead seal in the beginning.
Well,
to,
that works. I've done
Oh,
that.
so
You've
you
done
can
that?
get a
That
job
does
with the
work.
circus.
I was
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
yeah, and he's the
Yeah.
best seal at the horns.
To impress his wife.
He can talk and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He smells, but he can
Yeah.
talk.
He's an incredible seal.
Yeah.
No, the seal move works. That's
She's
a
like, his
classic.
wife is like, there's something very sensual about that seal.
Yeah.
It reminds me of past love.
Yeah.
The way
In
you
college, when I couldn't get into a bar, use the old
Yeah.
Use the old dead seal skin.
Yeah.
Are you 21? All right.
Yeah.
Actually, still couldn't get in because I didn't have enough girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all these dude seals.
Fuck, I should have used female dead seal skin. Damn it. Okay. What else? What happens? Oh, and then Zeus. Zeus is just raised separately
Yeah, Zeus is
for
raised.
like years and years. So
On-
now the kids must be like 40 inside of him.
It's on
Yeah.
Crete. That's where he's raised.
I think so.
But that's a real place.
Yeah, yeah.
So is everyone on Crete being like, Zeus is from here? Zeus is from here.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, you
where
think
Zeus-
Cretan's right now?
They must be, right?
Yeah, probably.
Zeus?
It's like they have like a Rocky statue.
It's like
Yeah,
how William and
Zeus.
Mary, they always
Yeah.
yeah, this is where Zeus trained.
Yeah,
this
on
is-
these stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he beat the Russian guy. Yeah, they might.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Crete and see what kind of
See what's
weird
going on.
fanboys they got over there.
Yeah. What are they called?
Cretans?
Cretans.
Cretans.
Not Cretans.
No, they hate that.
They probably do not like
They
that.
hate that.
Yeah.
Um,
They should be called Zeusies. Zeusy Goosey.
Zeus.
Didn't he do something with a goose?
Zeus a goose?
Zeus?
Golden goose?
I think he turned into a goose and had sex with someone.
I thought he turned into an eagle and fucked some guy's wife. Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Zeus is with his first wife, God of Wisdom, which
Does not sound hot.
You'd think would be a second wife,
Yeah.
right?
God of wisdom.
Wisdom would be set once you realize that
After you
But
were
she's
with
older,
God
though.
that
so
God
that's
of wet ass
exciting.
pussy
She's like
doesn't really have longevity.
But she's older. That's exciting. She's like
Is
like
she?
his dad's friend. Yeah.
Oh, that's hot.
Because
But
they're like
everyone's-
having sex, and she's like, "I remember your dad." And
Everyone's
he's
like, the
what was he
same
like?
age.
Yeah, yeah. He's like asking about his dad.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
like fucking, and he's
Yeah,
she's
what's
like, your
Ray-
dad
well-
was really strong.
Uh-huh. Not stronger than me. No, not stronger than you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Stop- Can you stop talking about? Actually, can you keep talking
Keep
about it?
saying he's not as strong as me. And then they hatch up
He
a little
ate babies. I could eat babies.
They hatch up a little scheme. They hatch up a little scheme to Zeus wants to fight, but Metis is the god of wisdom. So Metis is like, no, we're gonna poison. We're gonna make him throw up all these kids, and then you'll have like a full basketball team to fight him. That's basically the plan. Zeus wanted to go toe to toe, I think.
Yeah.
And Metis is like, we're gonna use my plan first. You
I
know?
thought you said I was as strong as him. No, you are. You are.
No, you are. You totally.
totally are.
But it'd be nice to see
I
your
just
Her
already
name
have
is
the poison.
Meta.
Metis. Metis.
Meta.
Metis.
Yeah.
Meta.
Meta.
Yeah, her name was Facebook.
Her name
Yeah.
Or no,
was
in Greek it's
Facebook.
Facebook, and then Roman it's Meta.
Roman,
Meta.
it's the Facebook.
Meta.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it just cuts to what Cronus drinking wine again. The voice acting is very funny.
I like
More wine. And then especially when he's throwing up his kids, he does some pretty realistic.
Yeah.
I would love to. I wonder how much he got paid to
Probably $50
vomit per.
You're trying to get into this.
I
per
am, dude.
entire
I'd love,
episode.
No.
That was definitely an intern working at the
No
podcast.
way. Cronus is so good.
No, dude, that was a $50 job.
Shut up. That was an incredible
I'll do it.
performance.
Hello, hi. I'm the bad guy. I'm gonna eat everyone. Yum yum yum.
This just shows how far behind you really are in this pursuit. The fact that you even think you're close.
No, all right. Give me another line. Give me another try.
All right. Hark, Cronus, what's up? You look pretty big now. You eating a lot?
Hark, Cronus.
Don't do that thing where you just repeat what I say, Cronus. Everybody hates that about you. All right. We don't have to laugh at your jokes just because you slashed Dad's balls off.
Yeah, that's why he's carrying that. Oh yeah, why didn't he try and scythe these kids?
That's the weird thing about
Yeah.
like gods is that you
Just doesn't make any
seemingly you can't
sense.
kill them.
But you can cut their
You can
balls
cut their
off.
balls off.
I'm surprised. They should have extended the myth more. They should have been like, the balls
Try.
rolled. They rolled across the earth, and that's why we have all the windy rivers
Yeah.
and all the and all the salmon, and because the pubes, those became the grasses and the trees.
Yeah.
Dude, we can do better myths.
I think so. And the flaky
And the
skin around the gooch, that
Yeah.
was the snow upon the mountains.
Yes.
Ew, gooch dandruff.
Yes.
Yeah, gooch. Well, you got to shower, you know. All right, so Cronus is drinking wine. Yes.
Drinking wine,
Zeus is
feeling
disguised as a
fine.
retarded cupbearer.
Yeah, Zeus is.
Remember? Cronus
Yes.
keeps mentioning, he's like, this fucking inbred hillbilly cupbearer.
yes. Yes.
And
With
just
what?
like,
He's
I'm
just like
being
not.
normal.
He
Yeah.
just doesn't recognize them. And
He's just not
doing
going
a bad
quickly
job.
enough? Is
yeah,
that it?
Well, he's never been a cupbearer before.
Yeah.
In his defense, he's lived in a cave.
How did he get this job?
That's a good question.
Wisdom
Metis is
lady.
actually hanging out with him at the moment. Yeah. Metis is
she
there.
gets him the job, I think. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
yeah.
asks Cronus asks Metis, where'd you find this inbred little freak?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's like your cousin and like a nymph.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have kids with these
'cause
weird force.
It's like every concept is capable of making a baby with every other idea.
Yeah.
So
So we need to employ these people.
yeah.
And then Zeus gives him some apicac, makes you throw up.
Is that what it is?
There's some. That's not what
Just
it's.
some poison.
Yeah, some poison,
Just
but I was,
vague
yeah,
poison that
some
works on
weird.
gods.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? Is that
Ipecac.
ipecac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Some
think
weird.
it's in upstate New York.
yeah.
Near Ithaca.
Yeah. Cornell.
Yeah. You like that one, Nick?
That was a good one. Oh, by the way, when Zeus is all with Metis and training and everything, he keeps having this weird dream that it's very Attack on Titan-y. The weird dream that Cronus, the Titan, is like eating him and all of his brothers, and it's just this big gaping mouth and bloody gums. It's very spooky. Do you think that's where they got
And
some of
he's,
the
like,
Attack on
embarrassed
Titan
about
imagery?
it.
He's embarrassed. Yeah, he's scared.
Probably.
He wakes up and Metis is like, did you have another dream? He's like, no. He's
'Cause
like,
it's
you were
all- it was-
screaming,
yeah.
pussy.
Yeah. And meanwhile, she's like nibbling on his feet as he sleeps. You worried about your dad?
Yeah. Your dad's going to eat you. Your dad's going to... Were you having a bad dream? Oh, no.
Cronus throws up all the kids because Zeus fed him this poison wine.
He doesn't just throw him up, though. One of them, like, punches out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's trying. Very Attack on Titan. That's like the
Yeah.
first episode. Hand comes out.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He gets
Maybe that's why
Armin
it's-
gets eaten, and then the hand comes out, and then he turns into.
Maybe that's why it's called Attack on Titan.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a hand comes out, and then Cronus tries to.
He, like,
swallow
swallows it back down, and then the hand's like...
No. Yeah.
No.
Fires a web.
Yeah, Titan's like, swallow me once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so demoralizing if you got re-swallowed as an
Yeah.
adult.
No.
And then they
Humiliating.
unhinge his jaw.
Oh yeah,
And it's like... And then they all, like, stroll out. They look good.
They look
and they have,
great.
And they have matching jerseys on.
Yeah, they're ripped.
They're in armor
They-
and swords and shit.
Yeah.
They
He's
make...
like, no wonder I was so bloated. You guys had armor
Yeah.
and shields.
Yeah, that's not cool, guys.
You got a
Yeah.
quiver in there?
Yeah, one of them has a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, whole DDR man.
Yeah. Yeah, all of them were training, but one of them just got really good at Mario
One
Kart.
guy was a big gamer. He had
Because he didn't know. He's like, what if he's a gamer? We don't know what playing field we're going to need to fight him on. I better play just in case. I better train.
I better master all the disciplines. He has a full Rock Band drum kit in there. Oh, wine!
Yeah,
more
what-
wine!
what
He's
a-
playing Rush. This sucks.
Oh, man.
So the kids come out, and I guess they fight him. Or no, that's
No,
like
they just leave.
well, I think
they
that's the
sort
next
of
episode that
pose
we
for a
didn't listen
minute.
to.
So that's-
right, they pose for the pic.
So
And
that's
all
when-
the other gods make note. They're like, those kids look great. And
Yeah.
Cronus looks like
So
shit.
that's when he goes to Tartarus to free everyone else? Because they're like gearing up for a war. It's
Yeah, I
after,
think so, yeah.
after he's freed his siblings.
I don't really know how they get away.
They just leave.
They
I mean,
just
he's
leave.
puking.
Oh
He's
yeah, Cronus is like
sick.
He's on the ground.
He's a
he
deflated
looks terrible.
accordion.
He's having a bad
Yeah.
They just keep
time.
saying that. All the other
Yeah.
gods are like, you're so ugly.
he tries to
And
get
he
up,
never
and
even
they're like,
gets up.
ew.
Yeah.
He's
He's
like
like, oh no.
He's like slipping on all
Yeah.
the... Yeah.
And he
the-
makes everybody
the-
leave. He's just like, go, just
Yeah.
get out.
And his distended stomach gets pulled up over his head.
Like a
and he's
wedgie.
running around and he's knocking over lamps. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where we get the word embarrassment from. It translates to Kronos has a distended stomach over his face and he's
Yes.
running around knocking over all the lamps. It's
Yes.
ancient Greek.
Embarrassment.
Yeah,
If you break down the parts
embarrassment.
of the words, embarrassment is a translation from folded over distended stomach.
Mhm.
Blinded
Oh,
by
yeah.
their own stomach.
Blinded by
By
the
the
stomach.
And then he goes and frees the Hecatoncheires.
Yeah. So he does that after he frees his siblings.
He frees his siblings. He's a liberator.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a very anti-incarceration
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
theme
Cronus
going on.
just sits
Also,
there smelling his vomit
yep.
for
Yep.
like a day.
Looking at his stomach, going, I
just
could
like-
work with this. I could get this back. I could tighten
He
this
just
up.
goes to Rhea. He's like, so they're probably pretty pissed, right?
Yeah,
You think they're probably pretty
They're
pissed?
not like gonna
Yeah.
do the prophecy.
like
are
if they were okay. Like, do you think they're gonna like try and overthrow me?
You should have taken him to more stuff when
Yeah.
they were in you. You know.
He did. He took him everywhere.
Yeah, I guess. But
Yeah.
did they do it? Did he do anything for them, or was it
No.
just all Home Depot runs?
The wine, it sounds like, was for
I
them.
guess. But he never like rode a Ferris wheel. I would have liked a touching montage of
Yeah.
Cronus doing all these fun like carnival things with his kids.
He should have got. Do you know at University of
window.
Maryland they used to have that cow with
The window.
Yeah, they should do.
She should have
Do you
gotten
know
the
about
window.
that? Everyone in the DMV knows about that cow, right? You know about the cow?
I don't know about the cow.
I think they have another cow. I heard.
Yeah, they put a door in him.
Yeah, they have.
You can walk in.
I don't know what the department is at University of Maryland. I think it's Department of Holes in Cows, but they famously have some cow with a window in it.
Oh, I've seen the. Well, no, a bunch of cows have a hole that you can just stick your hand in.
You can put your hand in it, right?
Yeah, your hand.
You can put your whole mouth in there.
Yeah. You can kiss it
Yeah.
if you want. You can practice kissing.
Yeah.
A lot of scientists practice kissing on the stomach hole.
Yep.
Yeah, you can yell into it, and if
Yeah.
the cow opens its mouth, it'll say whatever you said.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if the cow moves, then you know it's a good kiss.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he goes and frees the freaks. And then the freaks rise up, and then
So
switch places.
the Cyclops in the Odyssey, is that one of these Cyclopses?
The Cyclops that he blinds.
Yeah.
I think so.
It must be, right?
I guess, but that's a fucking feat for a man to blind like one of these primordial
Right.
Titan god
Yeah.
things. They seemed way more powerful than just one guy
this
can blind him
this
with a
is what
pencil.
I mean. It's just none of it makes
No, it's
any
silly.
sense.
Yeah, Homer's way overpowered.
But then eventually
the power scale.
Not
makes
Homer.
no
Sorry,
sense.
Odysseus.
Yeah.
Odysseus is way too overpowered.
Eventually the gods rule, right? And the Titans are
Yeah,
Titans drool.
Titans drool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Olympians rule.
But
Titans
these are
drool.
Titans that are helping
You know what?
a god.
You know what? Yes. You know what Cronus should have done though? He should have eaten his kids, right, to kind of sneak them into Tartarus, and then he should have shat them into Tartarus,
Yeah.
right? So no one would have known, and then he comes back skinny, and everything's fine. And then his kids are just covered in shit.
Or when he throws them up, he could have just pretended, because they don't know. He could have convinced them that he's the mom. You know, I birthed
Oh,
sextuplets.
My baby.
My babies,
Oh,
I love
mazel
you.
tov.
Yeah.
Wait
I'm so
a second.
excited. I'm
So-
such a proud mother.
The implication of all of this is that he does not poop.
That's a big Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Huge
he
underlying
eats.
assumption.
Eats and drinks, does not poop.
He selectively poops.
Well, the poop is the islands in the ocean.
Yeah, an archipelago.
Well, no, it
it's
says
just
he doesn't
diarrhea.
need. I don't think he eats. It says he doesn't need to.
He doesn't need but he likes to. They like to eat, but they don't have to.
They don't
eat.
poop.
And they don't like to poop, but they still do it. No, I
Very
don't know.
much like the
There's some
Titans,
mythological scholar who's going to stumble on this on YouTube and just be screaming at the screen the
I
whole
hope so.
time. Like, they're so wrong.
love those
they don't know
feet.
what they're
Yeah,
talking
whatever
about.
he's screaming
There's
about.
so many references to gods and titans pooping. He's got like a diagram on his wall of a Zeus like squatting, and it's got all the angles like a patent application. Wait, so is Prometheus a god or a titan?
Prometheus is a Titan. He's a young
But he's
Titan.
of the same generation as Zeus, who's a god. Because that's his
Prometheus calls Cronus uncle.
yeah, so that means Zeus is his cousin. So why is Prometheus a titan and Zeus is a god?
I don't know. It's just like a new. It's also inconsistent. It's
Gen
just like
Z.
Yeah, Zeus
Yeah,
is
it's a
like
new generation.
Yeah, he's like an elder millennial.
right.
Yeah.
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 No. Zeus is Gen Z.
Zeus is Gen
Zeus
Z.
is like abolish the Titans.
Yeah.
Zeus grew up with
All
the internet.
Titans are bastards.
Prometheus
Yeah.
is like I was like right on the edge. I should
Yeah.
be Gen Z, but I'm millennial.
Yeah.
He's obviously
Yeah.
trying. He's learning. He's
Yeah.
trying to learn the lingo.
Yeah.
He's trying to treat the little people better. Give them fire.
But he didn't grow up with a phone like Zeus did. And
yeah.
No,
He's not
no.
getting it.
Yeah.
He dances and stuff.
I think that okay. Well, here's a question that we usually ask at the end of episodes. Who would you guys rather be in this?
Zeus.
Who would be your preferred? Well,
Zeus does not get swallowed. He becomes king.
He has sex with his dad's friend.
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of the dream.
Yeah, he's on MILF Island
yeah,
for a
he's
while.
on MILF Manor with Metis, the wise one.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Aphrodite, I
whole
thought-
story, he just has sex in a cave and then goes to one party.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Or Prometheus. Prometheus gets to do his own thing.
Yeah,
More
he gets-
likely, I would be Prometheus because
Yeah,
it
who would
doesn't
you-
seem like he has
yeah.
a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
but he's got a lot of projects.
Projects.
Yeah.
He's like, I got
Yeah.
a lot of
If
stuff.
The question's who do I want to be versus
Who are you? Who are you, Nick? If
Nick is
if
for
mine
sure
is
one of the
Prometheus.
swallowed
Nick's-
babies.
no, I think Nick's Cronus.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
trying to
swallowing-
overcome that you're.
He does
fat.
always talk
So
about how
fat.
he ate
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Earlier
Yeah.
today, Nick told me that he ate too much.
I had 4 chicken patties today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 5 kids, and it's like nobody told you to do that. But the chicken patties were going to overthrow me.
There was a prophecy. The chicken patty.
You go to a drive-through, they're like, what do you want? Well, the prophecy foretold a 20 piece will come to me in my sleep, so I must get them first.
I wonder what Google Maps, if you put in Tartarus, what is it? Where is it?
I don't know.
By public transport. Direction.
Not even go to Uber.
Directions to Tartarus.
And then Tartarus and somebody
It's
have
in Italy.
a kid
Does that make sense?
named Typhon. The first black titan. Typhon. No, I don't know. It's a very scary beast, apparently.
Can't
It actually looks a lot like that thing behind you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Typhon. All right, so you're Fat Man Cronus. Who am I?
They say it's where tartar
girl.
sauce comes from.
I'm fucking Rhea. I was going to say Rhea. I'm the frothing testicles. I call frothing testicles.
Damn it.
We should put on a play. Me and Charles
This
should
keeps cutting to you.
should pivot from podcast to play.
That is actually a very good idea.
Thank
it would be
you.
very funny if all of us reenacted Greek mythology, but just from memory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drunk Greek.
But we got to
mythology.
wear costumes.
I have a frothing testicle
Yeah,
costume.
we could
I've
do it
been-
in front of a green screen.
I've
It
been
would be
waiting
pretty
on.
funny, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
One thing I like about Greek mythology is that they're very imperfect, and it's like they're just people.
Yes.
It's just more like their reality TV.
Yeah.
It's like, did you hear Cronus ate another kid
Yeah.
this week
Yeah.
on Mount
yeah.
Othrys?
Yeah, I'm keeping up with the Titans.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. And then people, they're all petty and violent and
What's the one
backstabby.
below
and
deck?
betrayal
Below
deck.
Tartarus. The tormentors who work there, they're like the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a real fucking
I think one of the
tough Titan
yeah.
today. This guy will not shut up.
I think one of the Cyclopses is harassing me. I think he's winking at me. It's really
I
unclear.
keep getting groped by the hecatoncheires, and I don't feel like it's a safe work environment. I was told by Gaia that this would not be like last season, and the
That's
hecatoncheires have not learned their lesson.
Grope me for 15 straight minutes.
Yeah,
That's a good accent. You could do voice acting
I thank you.
on like a podcast.
Yeah, on like a dumb
A
shitty
mythology
podcast.
One of these like $50 gigs.
Yeah, I would love that.
Actually, I think this is a great sketch idea too.
What?
The like reality
Oh,
show.
below.
but
Yeah,
of-
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tartarus is
Yeah.
great. All right, thanks everybody for listening to the podcast. Overshadowed. Thank you, guests, as Charles is. You know where Charles is right now?
LA, right?
He's in LA. He's filming something with Preacher Lawson.
Oh yeah.
Little Preacher Presents. Keep an eye out for that. That's going to be cool. Anything you guys want to plug? Marty, your Instagram, perhaps?
No.
Okay.
Someone else's Instagram.
Any Instagram.
Follow me at Pet
any
Butcher
website.
Comedy.
Any website you want to?
ESPN.
ESPN.com. Okay, you can check out Marty, or at least what Marty's watching on ESPN.com. Nick?
How do I plug my YouTube? I don't even know what the thing
Say your
YouTube.
name.
YouTube.com. No more details.
YouTube.com for Nick.
If you see my face,
Yeah.
you've gone too far.
And you can go on. You can go on Google.com for me, Zach. Thank you guys for listening. Just Google Zach. I'll be there.
Google.com.
I'll be somewhere in there.
Zach
Just keep looking.
/images.
Yes. Actually, reverse image search the link to the picture that I put in the episode description. Put that into Google Images. See if you can find me that way. Thanks for listening, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. Check out the Patreon. We'll be putting some shit up there. Thank
Put
you
the
guys
knees
for
on the
listening.
Patreon.
Bye-bye.